Hi, friends. What a year. But I probably don't need to tell you that. Welcome from my home office, where I'm going to rewind the clock just a minute to 285 days ago, our final performance of 42nd Street, just days before the world essentially stopped for many of us. Since that week, we've been thinking a lot about what we could possibly do if COVID kept us from what we know as normal. Everything from Broadway to local theater in our state has remained closed. We've been in and out of in person learning, but we're artists. Creativity is what we do. So, behind the scenes, I've been working with both Mr. Lyons and Mr. Cervoni, who have been in communication with our new superintendent of schools, Mr. Sartisio. The consensus is that we have remained determined to do a show, with an understanding that it will look different, very different, than what we are used to. Our adult leadership team has also been communicating, and I recently held a Zoom meeting with our 14 cast members from last year that are now seniors this year. We all want the show to go on. To that end, we have an announcement to make. We will be producing a musical in 2021. It will be what is now referred to as a remote performance, meaning we will record everything in advance and we won't be able to perform our show front to back in front of a live audience. I mentioned this will look different. But it's also not going to be a show simply recorded on Zoom. I mean, you know me. I'm a television director, editor, videographer, and I do have a few friends. We're going to find a way to essentially be producing a mini movie. It will be a lot of work. It'll require the creativity, patience, and passion of all of us together to accomplish it. Which begs the question, what show? Well, I can tell you the options are very limited. Very few productions have been licensed to be able to be performed remotely. Yes, we do have to get a license for these things, and we do have to pay for said license. That said, we found one. And to make that announcement, I'm going to turn it over to a guy a few of you may be familiar with. Take it away, Rob.
Thanks, Mr. Gould. Hi, everybody at Eden High School. This is Rob McClure from Mrs. Doubtfire and Beetlejuice, the musical on Broadway. Sending you all my love this holiday season. Mr. Gould was telling me all about you guys. He thinks the world of you. In fact, he showed me a YouTube video of you all tap dancing your butts off last year. Congratulations. Good grief. And you got to do your show right before the world shut down. But let me tell you, on the other side of this shutdown, curtains will rise again in theaters all over the world, including those at Eden High School. And when they do, theater is going to be more electric than ever. We need you. And whether it's in person or remote or virtual or on stage or some combination of all of it, I know whatever show you all decide to put on is going to be a great one. One that celebrates musical theater. So what show is it? If Mr. Gould was to select a show that was about celebrating the great American musical, something that was funny and new and fresh and took advantage of all that incredible tap dancing skill that you all learned, I would say that a really good show for Mr. Gould to pick would be one I spent a lot of time doing. Something Rotten. I say you all do Something Rotten. In fact, Mr. Gould told me that you all will be doing Something Rotten in 2021. Congratulations, that show is a joy factory, not just for the audience, but for the cast. It will change your lives and bring you more joy than you could ever imagine on stage. It was some of the most fun I've ever had. That show is a gold mine of comedy and just an absolute delight. So cherish every minute of it, however it is you choose to put it on, because the world needs it. The world needs to laugh. When our producer sent us out on the first national tour of Something Rotten, he said, "Our goal is to make America laugh again." I pass that mission on to you. We all deserve a good laugh. Have a great time.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, we're pals now. Okay, not really. But he was super gracious when I wrote him and asked him to do this. And yes, he did watch your performance of the opening number from 42nd Street last year. So you've had a Broadway actor watch your stuff. Rob was the lead, Nick Bottom, in the national tour of Something Rotten. He's currently Mrs. Doubtfire in Mrs. Doubtfire the musical on Broadway, and looking forward to getting back to that. This guy is amazing. And he's right. The world, even our little world in Eden and Western New York, needs you. I loved that he described the show as a joy factory. Y'all know I like to have fun. I mean, I even wore a pair of show socks for this today. Why? Because the show must go on. For those of you that have been in the cast, you know what the show socks mean. So what are our next steps? Well, auditions. All the information is on the cast page on our website. You can learn more about the characters in the show. You can even watch the show online via a link I've posted. And you can, after reading everything and watching at least a little bit of the show, complete a form with your intent to audition. We'll be holding virtual auditions right after the holiday break. Complete the form and we'll send you everything you need to practice for auditions, hopefully by Christmas. Let's just say we're working on it. This will be a theme for us this year, so be prepared for change. Be prepared for a lot of fun. Be prepared to knock Eden's socks off. Parents, if you're watching this, we'll hold an informational session the first week of January. More to come on that. Those that have been involved in our shows in the past know that the website is where it's at. It's gold. You'll find everything I can share with you there in the meantime. And to our school leadership and community, thank you. Thank you for supporting the arts at Eden. This production will be available to everyone in early April via an online stream. Keep your eyes open for that coming soon. A couple more notes. We will not have a full orchestra this year. We'll perform with an orchestral track, but Don Ramon is back and as awesome as ever. And we've been talking about opportunities to include our orchestra members. We're going to make it happen. We're determined to make that work. Stage crew, more to come on that, depending on what we'll be able to do and accomplish on a stage. This is a work in progress. You get the idea. But be excited. Something Rotten is going to be something awesome for all of us in 2021. Merry Christmas and happy holidays, everyone.